Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the Death Race. Today we've got the penultimate video to wrap up round 1 with the wildcard Royal Rumble. Let's meet the 5 drivers that will battle in the largest group to ever hit the tricky triangle. From Numskull Racing, it's the venerable Numskull driving his Chevelle SS called Coupe Cannon. Representing Raw Sun God Racing, Breakdown is driving Mullet Guns, a Lamborghini Countach. In Tomcat, a Maverick Grabber, it's Goose and his massive railgun looking thing. Jumping right back on the track, it's Brutal from Filipiak Performance Diecast in a lethal diesel called 12 O'Clock High. And it would hardly be a death race without an Arlo Racing driver. Sarah Moy is driving S-Minx, a Devancinator. Lap 1, we've got Numskull and Breakdown on the front row, Goose and Brutal on row 2, and Sarah way back in row 3. Numskull jumps quickly out of the gate and he capitalizes on his good start. Breakdown spins, allowing Numskull and Goose to pull away from the pack. Numskull and Goose go 1 and 2, Brutal 3rd, and Sarah Moy passes Breakdown at the last second for 4th. Numskull edges out the outside lane into turn 1, and when Breakdown gets sideways, the back 3 are more or less out of contention for the win at that point. I almost thought Goose was on track to catch Numskull, but apparently N-Dog has got better chops in the triangle. Numskull kicks us off, getting that all-important win from the pole. Sarah Moy and Numskull up front for lap 2, Breakdown and Goose in the middle, and Brutal starts all the way in the back. It's pretty even into 1, and Numskull puts his nose ahead of Sarah. Goose follows him around. They get single file, and again it's the Numskull Goose show. The field is not going to challenge. Lap 2 is Numskull and Goose again. Sarah is 3rd, just ahead of Brutal, and there's Breakdown to collect 1 point for 5th. So far, not a lot of chaos with these wildcard drivers. Sarah Moy fought Numskull hard for the lead, but wasn't able to capitalize. Numskull puts up 10, winning both of his laps from the front row. Goose not far behind with 8 after a pair of second place finishes. Brutal takes the pole for lap 3, looking to shake things up. He gets the fastest start of the day and quickly pulls ahead with Numskull right on his tail. Goose able to drive from row 3 to get in front of Sarah and Breakdown, but he rolls in turn 2 while Brutal and Numskull pull away. Brutal whips through the triangle to take the win, Numskull a close second. Sarah takes 3rd. Breakdown appears on the overpass after seemingly getting held up. He'll take 4th, and Goose will be our first DNF of the day here on lap 3. The inside lane probably had the 3 fastest cars all lined up, and it showed coming out of turn 1. Goose with a surprising wreck in turn 2 holds up Breakdown, apparently a ton, while Numskull nearly overdoes it while trying to get his 3rd win in a row. Numskull up to 14 and Brutal jumps to 10, surpassing Goose for 2nd after 3. With 10 possible points remaining, this is still anyone's race. Goose will face off against Brutal for some redemption. Sarah and Numskull in row 2, Breakdown in the tunnel. The closest start so far today, and Brutal snags the lead for the 2nd time. Sarah and Breakdown having control problems in the back while the front 3 are on a tear. It's Brutal, Goose, and Numskull. Sarah takes 4th, and this time Breakdown unable to make it past turn 3. That will almost certainly end his run as he came into this lap with only 4 points. Brutal just able to outdrive Goose for the initial lead, and it seems like once Brutal gets in front, the only driver that might have a chance at catching him is Numskull. Numskull clinches a tie with 17, Brutal still only 2 behind with 15, while Goose and Sarah still have a chance to challenge. Already eliminated Brutal takes the pole with Goose outside, Brutal and Sarah row 2, and points leader Numskull in the back. Goose where he needs to be as Breakdown spins and blocks Brutal and Sarah. It's a giant cluster on the overpass as Goose rockets to the win. Brutal breaks free, and they finish Brutal, Breakdown, Numskull, and Sarah to close out the wildcard Royal Rumble. Breakdown exits turn 2 in second but gets turned, and the rest of the lap he struggles to get it straightened out. Brutal nearly makes the pass as they enter the triangle, but he can't get enough speed to go around the outside. They spread out when the track widens on the final straight, and Brutal is at last able to mash the accelerator. Numskull and Brutal tie atop the wildcards. They will get a second chance in round 2. That DNF comes back to bite Goose, who will miss the cut by only 2 points. Congratulations to Numskull and Brutal, and thanks to all of our round 1 competitors. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more Slightly Above Mediocre Diecast Racing and round 2 of the Death Race.